Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
So surprise, surprise, surprise. Look who's here, the person who's the idiot and the person who can't get off his phone and who's not paying attention.
Exactly.
Oh, he's a fellow dad. And so what do you do with that? In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Joseph Banks claims the defendant attacked him at an event at their kid's school and says he needs to pay the medical bills for fracturing his jaw.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Mr. Banks is suing Michael Sharp in the amount of $1,140.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Third Deputy Thomas. Mr. Banks, you want to have your reimbursement for medical expenses as a result of getting clocked by Mr. Sharp here, huh?
Absolutely.
What happened, sir?
So we're at a Dads for Donuts event at a local school.
Dads for Donuts.
Yes.
What's that?
Essentially, it's like a parent-teachers association for dads.
Okay.
And a whole bunch of dads. We go. It's like a.
The father's at the school. I take it we're talking like an elementary school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you were also there, so I take it you have a son or daughter.
Yeah, my son Ethan.
Your son Ethan attends the same school. And who attends the school? Is it your son, daughter?
My daughter.
What's your daughter's name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. So you were coming, supporting Rebecca, and you were coming, Mr. Sharp, supporting Ethan. Had the two of you met prior to this incident?
Yes, that's correct.
You had met before?
Yes.
Oh, so you knew each other?
Not well.
But you just knew that you were both students, kids that had at the same school?
We didn't know that until the day of the Dads and Donuts.
Oh, prior to that, you hadn't really known each other?
Yes. We had one incident prior than the.
Let's talk about the one incident. What happened?
So this was roughly a week ago. We're at a.
Prior to the incident with the Dads for Donuts?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And we had a car collision, essentially.
Your two cars collided?
Yes.
Who was deemed responsible?
Mr. Banks here ran into the back of my car.
You hit his vehicle?
Yes, but he did a hard brake stop, which led me to hit his car.
Who did the insurance provider indicate was at fault?
Myself.
All right, so you were at fault for hitting Mr. Sharp's vehicle. Your front portion of your vehicle hit the back of his.
Yes.
And you're saying, though, but there were extenuating circumstances.
Absolutely.
And what were those extenuating circumstances?
So what happened was we're at a light, okay? So once we're at a light, he is taking too long at the light. He's on his phone, right? I cannot stand the traffic here. A lot of people are on their phones too much. So I essentially cut him off. When I cut him off, I did say something to him.
What did you say?
I pretty much told him to get his stuff together. Like, get off your phone and actually drive.
You didn't say get your stuff together. You used an expletive.
Absolutely.
Okay. And did it appear as though, Mr. Sharp, did you hear him say get your together?
I did.
And what was your response to that?
Well, I regret this, but I decided to, give him a taste of his own medicine. The next slide, I cut him off.
Oh, that's what we're doing now?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I just want to understand what's going on. So you cut him off, and then what happened?
So when I cut him off, I gave him the middle finger, like, hey, get your stuff together, all right? And then he cut me off.
So it wasn't just get you together, it was also sort of...
Yes, absolutely. Because
you gave him the bird.
Absolutely.
All right, so you were really... And why were you so annoyed?
Because he was taking too long at the light, and I tried to give him some form of driving etiquette by allowing him
That was your way of showing etiquette?
That was my reaction.
You together and...
Sometimes, I was upset. He was taking too long, and I ended up cutting him off.
Well, what's too long?
Too long is more than several seconds after the light turns green.
Is that accurate?
Yes. I would say...
Okay, so you're accepting that maybe you were a little distracted and maybe you weren't flowing with everybody else.
It's true.
All right, he acknowledges it, okay.
Okay, so then I cut him off.
He cuts you off after that.
Yes.
So then what do you do in response? You continue to show etiquette, right?
Yes, a little bit. What happened was I went to the right side of the road. Okay, him and I exchanged some words. He told me to.
And you were like, excuse me, sir, it would really behoove you to be more aware and conscientious of your driving expertise because right now it's lacking. And I am very disappointed in your behavior right now. That's pretty much what you said to him, huh? Or did
Give
you
or
go,
take.
mother,
Yes.
and I will get out of this car, and it was all that.
Yes, it was that. Absolutely.
Okay.
It was that. We definitely were upset and angry.
True?
That's true.
What were you saying in
I think as
response?
well.
Were you
Well-
giving tit for tat?
Yeah, I did.
You were giving as much as you were taking it.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming up on America's Court.
He peels off, like really fast. I start to tail him to get his license plate, and once I get close, he just does a hard stop on his brakes. And once he did a hard stop, that's when him and I collided.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Joseph Banks, who is suing Michael Sharp for medical expenses.
Did you guys come to blows or anything at this point? Did anyone get out their cars?
No.
And then what happens?
Then what happened was, while him and I are exchanging our words, he tells me to go to hell, and I'm like, well, make me. And then he peels off, like really fast. I start to tail him to get his license plate, and once I get close, he just does a hard stop on his brakes, and once he did a hard stop, that's when him and I collided.
Why did you do a hard stop, if that's correct?
I was kind of scared of this guy. You know, I was looking at my side mirror. I didn't know what he was going to do.
If you're
Scared?
scared of the person, that would mean you would accelerate. Why would you stop?
Well, so we were going up to a light, and I didn't see it until I stopped glancing at the side mirror. It was yellow. I didn't know how long it was yellow for.
Was there a yellow light?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So you stopped, you paused, you yielded to the red.
Yeah.
Okay, which is what you're supposed to do.
No, it was not a yield. It was a hard stop, and there was a lot of room in front of him.
Well, if the light is yellow and you see that it's yellow and he sees that it's yellow and he's in front of you and he stops and you hit his vehicle, there's a reason why you were considered the liable party. Because that means you were too close to him.
Yes, but
Am I telling any lies right now?
No, you are not telling any lies.
Okay. So you were too close while you were trying to get this license plate. And so at this point, now you all have to get out your cars.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And then what happens, Mr. Sharp?
We were still pretty heated. We exchanged some more remarks.
What did you say?
I called him an idiot for running into the back of my car.
Did you exchange, take pictures and exchange insurance and driver's license information and all that?
Not until the cops got there.
So
Who
the
I
cops
called.
arrived, there was a police report taken. Yes or no?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So the damage must have been pretty extensive.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it was not.
It was
But-
not that bad.
No, it was actually a very soft collision. It was the heat
But
of
the
the
police
moment.
got involved because I guess you all were both being hot-headed.
Yeah. And I didn't want it to get too escalated, so I called the cops.
Oh, you called the police and said what to them?
I just said, we got into a car accident. We're kind of getting too angry at each other.
No, you didn't say that. I got this idiot who hit me, and I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't know if he has a gun. I don't know where he's coming from, but somebody needs to come out here.
Yeah.
Maybe more like that?
Yeah, correct.
Kind of, sort of? Okay, yes?
Yes.
And police come, reports taken, you going to work, you going to work.
Yes.
You all don't see each other again.
We do
Had
not.
never seen each other prior to that day?
No.
No.
No. Okay. So, the next time you see each other, you're at the Dad's for Donuts?
Yes.
Yep.
Together.
Well, we encountered
I'm saying
each other.
together in the sense of
Yes.
all the other dads.
Correct.
So surprise, surprise, surprise. Look who's here, the person who's the idiot and the person who can't get off his phone and who's not paying attention.
Exactly.
Oh, he's a fellow dad. And so what do you do with that?
So when I saw him initially walk in, he walked in with another guy. And when I saw him look, he was looking directly at me and pointing at me. And that's what made me confront him because he was talking about me.
You see, this seems to be a pattern with you.
What?
Confronting people, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel. I'm just saying, based on because if someone's pointing at me and I'm at a Dads for Donuts thing, I mean, you took that to mean what? He's gonna start some more stuff with me?
I just wanted to know what he was talking about.
Why?
Because
you don't even know him. It doesn't matter.
Well, him and I just had an altercation the prior week.
It was a week later, and he points at you, and you're like, I want to know what you're talking about?
Well, he's pointing at me, making smirks, and him and his friend are both laughing at me. So,
Okay.
of course, I'm going to be like, what is going on? Because I'm here at an event, and I don't want any problems, right? So before...
You don't want any problems, but do you approach him?
Absolutely.
But you don't want any problems.
Just because you approach someone does not mean you want a problem.
The possibility of what you're saying is correct. The probability is just the opposite.
I've had prior situations that it could have been confrontation, but because we're both adults, we could exchange words and actually come to a resolution. I want to make sure while my kid is there that he was like no issue was going to happen. So that's why I went to him, and that's it.
And what did you say?
I said, what did you say about me? He said nothing. I'm like, well, obviously, like you did say something.
Was Rebecca there?
Yes, she was.
And this is how you're acting in front of your daughter?
To allow people to talk about you and say certain things about you?
You don't even know that he's actually talking about you, and it may be for reasons that are explainable. But I'm just fascinated by the amount of being preoccupied with somebody else saying something about when you're there for your daughter.
Absolutely. Yeah, I get that. I could have handled the situation better.
So, did you see him when he came in?
I did.
Were you with another gentleman?
I was, my friend, who's also a dad with a kid at the school.
Okay.
And I was just...
And was your son, Ethan, there?
Yes.
Okay.
Coming up on America's Court.
He walks up to you and says, yes?
Yes, he did.
And says what?
He says, what were you saying about me? And he got very close up, way too close. And then he called me a liar.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Joseph Banks, who is suing Michael Sharp for medical expenses.
So the kids are there at this Dads for Donuts, which is celebrating fatherhood, just like I've been seeing all these posts from men with father-daughter, taking them to a dance and having tea with, their dads are really trying to be more hands-on. And so it's a good cause. What were you saying, if anything, about Mr. Banks?
I was saying, look, it's that unstable...
Unstable? Unstable? What?
Unstable fool who, ran into the back of my car.
Okay. So he was accurate in his assessment that you were saying something potentially disparaging about him.
Yes.
Yes. All right. He walks up to you and said, yes?
Yes, he does.
And says what?
He says, what were you saying about me? And he got very close up, he way too close. And then he called me a liar because he thinks
you were lying.
I was lying in that instance, but...
He called you what you were.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. So he calls you a liar, and then what?
And then he brings my kid into the situation. He says, what kind of dad lies, in front of their kid?
Was your son standing right in front of you?
Yes.
You were that guy in that moment.
That's true.
So he didn't really say anything that wasn't true.
Coming up on America's Court.
So he's bringing your son Ethan into this, and you had a reaction to that.
Yes.
Which was?
I punched him.
You clocked him?
Yeah.
In front of Ethan?
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Joseph Banks, who is suing Michael Sharp for medical expenses.
So he's bringing your son Ethan into this, and you had a reaction to that?
Yes.
Which was?
I punched him.
You clocked him?
Yeah.
In front of Ethan? Yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Looking back at the situation now, what was going on with you? Why do you think you reacted so strongly? Because at this point, he had never gotten physical with you.
From my experience with him the week before, I didn't really know what he was going to do. He got way too close into my personal space. I didn't know if he was going to punch me first. And I don't want to get too personal about it, but there's been some stuff in our family, a lot of issues with me and the wife. And
You and your wife, you're dealing with some marital issues?
yeah.
Okay.
And I just didn't know what was going through my kid's head at that time. And I didn't get a lot of sleep. There's just a lot of factors. Not that it excuses my behavior, but.
Was the expectation that because he hit your car, that you expect him to cover that cost and be responsible?
Yes.
Do you know why I ask you that? Because if you hit something and it causes damage,
Then
what?
you should pay for it, yeah.
So why are we here? Because you suffered an injury,
Absolutely.
correct?
Yes.
You have proof of the injury?
Absolutely. Here you go.
Take a look. Talk to me, Mr. Sharp.
Whatever you want to give.
So I just want to say, I don't believe he has proof that I caused this hairline fracture.
Bills or anything, yeah.
I know I shouldn't have hit him, and I regret it.
Well, what exactly was this extent of your injury, sir?
A hairline fracture
How'd you,
on my jaw.
on your, okay, did you hit him in the jaw?
Yes.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
Why are we here?
I just don't think there's any proof that I caused
Proof?
that hairline fracture. Maybe he fell, maybe he,
I
Did he
fell.
fall?
I don't know.
When you hit him, did he fall?
He did fall back. I don't know if he landed on his.
So he fell back and he hurt his jaw. Okay.
Judgment.
This is sir, if I'm not asking you a question, you good.
Yes, sir.
He says, you punched me in the face, you left a hairline fracture, you send this email, and you say, we can set up a payment plan. Please let me know within 30 days. You're being totally out of character here. You actually sound like you've got some sense in the email. Now, you, on the other hand, respectfully, you and that bill can go to hell. You will not be receiving a dime from me. You have a lot of audacity sending me an email like this. You caused this entire thing, and I finished it by defending myself. Okay. Anything else?
I'm sorry I punched you.
Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel is going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. He's entitled to be compensated for the loss that he suffered for the medical injuries, just like you have to pay for the damage that you did to the vehicle. It's kind of how this works. You break it, you own it. Judgment for the plaintiff. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $1,140.
So, any final thoughts or words between the two of you?
Thank you for apologizing and thank you for paying the bill.
I'm sorry what happened to you, but yes, I'm sorry.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.